Imagine 16th century Europe. The Black Plague has wiped out most of your city. You and the bone collector must dig up the graves of your fellow countrymen in order to make room for more bodies. You must take the skulls, take them to the crypt, and stack them in a way that is going to be most pleasing to the deceased and their survivors. Yeah. Okay, really, it's a little light micro game from Button Shy. Hi, I'm Jordan with Jordan Plays Blue. This is a Kickstarter preview for the new Button Shy wallet game, Skulls of Sedlec by Dustin Dobson. Now, I will note, since this is a Kickstarter preview, the artwork is going to not be final. The rules might be tweaked, but overall, I've been assured by the publisher that this is pretty much the core of what the game's going to be. Like any good wallet game, this game is made up of 18 cards. Let's see a little lay of the land, and then we'll see how to play. Skulls of Sedlec is made up of cards that are split into halves, top half and bottom half. Each of these halves is going to have a different type of skull. Let's look at the different types of skulls in the game. Peasant skulls are always worth 1 point each. Blue priests are scored 2 points for each level that they occupy. Romantics are the red or pink cards. Each group of 2 adjacent romantics is going to score you 6 points. Romantics cannot be part of multiple pairs. Criminals score you 2 points, but only if they're adjacent to a priest. I guess they need to, atone for their criminal activity. The purple royals score 1 point for each royal and peasant that is on a level below it, because of course, they need to feel superior, even past the grave. At the beginning of Skulls of Sedlec, 6 piles of 3 cards each are going to be laid out in the middle of the table. And to start the game, flip over 1 of those cards. On a player's turn, players have the option of 3 different actions: dig, collect, or stack. When taking the dig action, flip over 2 cards from the stacks, and you must take one of those cards that you flipped. If you take the collect action, simply take one of the face-up cards and add it to your hand. Remember, you have a hand limit of 2 cards, so you can't hoard cards from your opponent. If you use the stack action, take one of the cards from your hand and add it to your stack. The stack, depending on the number of players, is going to be a certain size pyramid. With 2 players, the base is going to be 4. With 3 players, the base is only going to be 3. You can stack cards up in the pyramid, but only if the card is over top of 2 cards below it. You cannot have a card hanging off the edge. Cards can be placed adjacent to any other card in your stack, but will only score certain points depending on the type of card that it is. Cards can be placed next to any other card in your stack, but they're only going to score points depending on the types of cards it is, so that's where some of the strategy comes. Play is going to go back and forth as players are drafting cards and adding them to your stack. Once your stack is completed, the game is over and you score. Skulls of Sedlec is, of course, a microgame in the Button Shy wallet line. Now, this feels perfect in their line. This is a little bit of tile laying, a little bit of card drafting, a little bit of hand management with only 18 cards. And so the tile playing in this game is going to be similar a little bit to the Circle the Wagons and Sprawlopolis, but it's going to feel really different because the scoring feels a little less convoluted to those. The scoring is not going to rotate between games, but the card placement is going to make for some really interesting choices. This game only takes about 10-15 minutes if somebody's really thinking too hard. I've played this in both 2 and 3 player settings, and it works really well. It works very similar between the 2 settings. You will score fewer points in a 3-player game because there's fewer cards to go around. A 2-player game feels a little bit more satisfying that way because you can build a bigger pyramid. I love this game. This game is so good. When compared to the other Button Shy games that I've played or other little micro card games that I've played, this is in the top 5%. This is so good. I finish it and I want to play it again. The theme is really grim, but the artwork is not terribly dark. They are skulls. They do have cracks in them. They do have things sticking out of them, but it's like kind of cartoony. It doesn't feel super dark and grim, which I really appreciate. They could have gone super dark and it would have been super off-putting. So I would say in the Button Shy line, this is top tier Button Shy. This is so good. Skulls of Sedlec is something that I'm definitely going to be paying attention to and playing for a long time to come. I'm Jordan with Jordan Plays Blue. Thanks. Hey, if you don't subscribe to my YouTube channel, that's fine, but at least follow me on Instagram, because I do a lot of reviews on Instagram, a lot more than on YouTube. And I don't know, I think they're pretty good. I think it's pretty good stuff, so you should follow me on everything, because that'd be nice. But, you know, whatever, you do you. You know, you do. You do you.